Yo, what is up, my Shadow Army? It is I, Shadow Critias, back again with another Hazbin Hotel video. So yesterday I'm going to do another commentary by another Hazbin Hotel video. And this is the video I came across when I entered on YouTube. And I watched this before I even started recording. So basically, I'm going to give you guys my thoughts, my feedback, and a breakdown or certain things that has been going on in the Hazbin Hotel fan community. A YouTuber who posted this video, and this person posted like a day ago, titled "Why Hazbin Hotel Isn't Actually That Bad." So if you guys want to see the actual video, go check that out. I'll have the link of it down below the description box, so you guys can see the video for yourself with my commentary. So, moving out of the way, let's just go and dive into it.
Howdy hey! Hope you're having a great day. Do you like cartoons? Well, I know a cartoon for you, and it's called Hazbin Hotel.
That show sucks.
What?
Hazbin Hotel, it's so bad. The writing is garbage. There's way too much swearing, and the creator is like a horrible, terrible person who shouldn't even be allowed to continue on.
Okay! Enough of that. Now, I'm just gonna get straight into it. Hazbin Hotel is not actually that bad. Now, for the uninitiated, Hazbin Hotel is an Amazon Prime TV show based in hell around the Princess of Hell, Charlie Morningstar, trying to redeem sinners and get them into heaven. It originated as an indie animated pilot on YouTube by Vivian Madrano, or VivziePop, in 2019 and was picked up by Amazon in 2021. It began premiering in 2023. It is a musical TV show with at least 2 songs per episode. And now that you know the bare bones basicness of what this show is, let's deep dive into the lore, not just of the show itself, but around the show and why people often say it is not that good. Now, disclaimer, I will not be going too in-depth about the show's lore and actual, plot of the show, because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody who may want to actually go ahead and watch it. I am simply discussing controversies that are surrounding the show, and some gripes that I have heard consistently on the internet regarding the show and what often deters people from even starting watching it. This is not
Also, if you guys don't want to be spoiled for the Hazbin Hotel, because I will mention something that will be spoilers, so if you guys do not want to be spoiled, leave now.
going to be spoilery. I'm actively trying to avoid that. Now, to just get the elephant out of the room, out of the way, I will not be discussing the Vivian Madrano controversies. And it's not out of fear that this will discredit any of my points, but simply out of the fact that if we decided to do this with every show, there simply would be nothing to watch. Everything has some kind of sleazy, controversial fact about it surrounding it, whether it be the streaming service or the person who created it directly. If I went into everything she's done too, we would be here for way too long. There are things that have been accused of her, things that have happened that people like to drag up from when she was in middle to high school, things from 15 years ago. This is a 30-year-old woman now. I'm not discussing any of it because it's either...
That's one thing I don't understand. Why would you bring up someone's business? Why would you bring up someone's life that has nothing has to deal with you? Or, and second, why would you research someone's life and their, what they've done? That was like a few years ago. So why would you go out of your way and get into people's lives and their business, which actually involve privacy? So basically, y'all have no rights to get into people's life or invade their privacy. Doesn't matter what it is in general, which is kind of pathetic that you guys are wasting your time for talking slander, talking shit about Vivzie over past without any proof and evidence to back up the claim or whatever.
Either been apologized for or something so old that I do not see how it would have any current merit on her current work. Now, moving on. Hazbin Hotel is in fact good, and hopefully after watching this, you give the show a shot. To start with the writing. The biggest criticism of the show is the writing, and will be what I am mostly talking about in this video. Now, I won't lie and say Hazbin is some peak of writing in TV, because it's not. But what I will say is that it is well written. A big gripe is plot holes, and while You know,
there is no plot hole. I can't even say the word now. I just don't see any plot holes, whatever, for the Hazbin Hotel. I just don't see it, and I don't understand why people like to judge, even though we already have 2 seasons, and we're getting season 3 and 4, and possibly season 5, because Vivian just confirmed that we're getting season 3 and 4. Possibly we might get season 5, and that's her goal. She wants to have 5 seasons of the Hazbin Hotel. So basically, the 5th season is going to be the final season of the series. And but the fact people say there's a plot hole, and it doesn't make no fucking sense. And I do agree, the writing is well written, and there are some other things that this person will mention, but I just don't see how you guys could judge a series that we already got 2 seasons and there's no whatever. For some reason I can't say the word no more.
You know what, I can't even try and agree with this. We currently only have 2, count them, 1, 2 seasons right now. The plot holes at this point are just plot points that are yet to happen. Like, oh no, you found that scene confusing? You don't like it? Aw, poor baby, keep watching, they're explaining it in 2 episodes. Oh no, the characters...
Yeah, for real, they are explaining it, but people don't want to fucking admit it. They really don't.
Said they were gonna do something and didn't do it right away. This is season 1. Good news. The show is greenlit for 5 seasons. Give it a minute. We'll get there soon. The evil villain characters have more to them than just being evil and have actual person.
And here's the thing. People saying they have a problem with season 2 because a lot of people are now calling Charlie as a disappointing main character because they just don't like how Vivzie tell the story of Charlie, even though Vivian confirmed why Charlie how she is, because she needs to learn to listen people and not do everything on her own and stop pushing people away when someone's trying to help her and telling her she needs that reality check. But people don't get that, or some people do, they just don't like the idea because she should have learned that in season 1 in their minds. So, and hell, some people say Vox is a better main character than Charlie because it's been focusing on him the most than Charlie, which is fucking ridiculous.
Personalities? Even the scum of the earth people? Oh my goodness, it's almost as if they are well-rounded characters who exist for more than just being evil. It's almost like the show takes place in hell and is literally about redemption. So yes, even the terrible, horrible, no good, very bad man is going to have some redeemable qualities. By the way, this is not me saying I support said evil, terrible, no good, very bad man. We all know who he is. He sucks. To die. But I will say that I hate him with every fiber of my being. Which is good, which is what you're supposed to think. But you're also supposed to think that, hey, there's more to him than just being the terrible, evil person. Because he's a well-rounded character. And people who get upset about the fact that he is a well-rounded character are dumb. It's almost as if even terrible people have a personality. Alright, I will get off my soapbox and proceed to get onto my other soapbox about the writing. The pacing. The pacing of the show is an issue. I will admit it. Some plots seemed rushed at times, and due to the 8-episode limits they were given for each season by Amazon, they can't...
Yeah, it's actually stated that Vivzie confirmed that she wanted to have the season much longer. She wanted to have 13 episodes of the Hazbin Hotel, but Amazon Prime only give them 8 episodes, which is not easy for her. That's why all the episodes are so long, because she wants the series to be more than just 8 episodes. So that is why I just had the feeling that they have to let Vivzie have more episodes than just 8 if she wants to do 5 season total for the Hazbin Hotel series. Because if you're only going to get 8 episodes for each seasons, then you won't be able to tell the story that you want to tell. So basically, Amazon Prime just fucked you over for that. And so it's best to have the episodes a bit longer than just 20 some minutes, 25, 26, 27, 28. It needs to be longer than that. It needs to be like 35 or 40 minutes prior, so you can have more time to flesh out the characters, more telling the story, and then just having like 20 some minutes or whatever. I mean, the last episode for season 2 was like 30 some minutes. No, like 37 minutes. Like almost 40 minutes prior. You could have longer episodes. But the fact that Amazon Prime is willing to let them do 8 episodes instead of 13, which is kind of unfair.
Can't fit any filler into the show to help round out some character dynamics that in older times would have been more fleshed out. Dynamics like Cherry Bomb and Serpentious and Baxter with the rest of the hotel, because they were only given 8 episodes that were 25 to 30 minutes long, except for season 2 finale that was 38 because they got special treatment for that one. Now, when it comes to the actual plot of each season, it has never felt rushed and forced. The way it develops and flows throughout the season.
Yeah, it was never rushed or anything. They literally took their time and effort. They actually stated they are already finishing the writing for season 3 and 4. They are already finishing the recording for season 3, and they're about to record the line and the song for season 4. They're already on a roll with this because you only have 8 episodes prior. So, and plus you have the editing and animation, which takes a lot of time. Like Vivzie said, season 3 we're going to take a bit longer, similar thing of season 2. Like almost 2.5 years. Or, not 2.5 years, almost 2 years. Because soon it will be 2 years since the first season was out. So that means we have to wait another almost 2 years for the next season. And she said that season 4 we don't have to wait that long anymore. It's going to be less year. So basically, if I had to guess when we're going to get the next season of Hazbin Hotel season 3, okay, hold on, when did the first season come out? 2023, right? Yeah, it did. It came out 2023, and almost 2 years has passed, so 26, 27, so basically 2028, somewhere in the area, like in 2028, that we might get it, or before 2028, so basically in 2027. Yeah, somewhere around that area. Basically, we might wait for the next season in 2027, and we don't have to wait another 2 years for the 4th season. We might come in mid or late 2028. That's just the thought in mind. But people need to understand it takes time for everything to be done.
Is well done in the time frame that they are given every season. In those 25 to 30-minute episodes, for those 8 episodes, they managed to get the plot across in a non-rushed way, that not too rushed way at least, and I think that for a show that was only given 8 episodes per season is pretty impressive, because that is a lot. They cram a lot into those 8 episodes. So no, the plot of the show itself does not feel rushed or forced because of the time constraints they were given. The pacing of the show is in fact an issue, but it's more so of an issue when it comes to individual character dynamics and not when it comes to the overarching plot of that season that is being, drawn out in front of you. Now, I've been bombarding you and yelling at you, so let's take a step back and talk about something that even people who hate Hazbin Hotel actually will, even if it's begrudgingly, admit to liking about this show. And that something is the songs. The songs are so good.
Yeah, here's the thing, and that's something I want to talk about. Some people just don't like Hazbin Hotel because it has too many songs, and they're just not interested of it. And for example, my uncle, who's the one who got me into both Hell of a Boss and Hazbin Hotel when the pilot episode was out for both of them. When season 1 came out, my uncle did not like how the whole 8 episode of season 1 have so many music for each single episodes, because he believed it should have been less music, on having one music or two music for one separate episode. Have this music come out in episode 3, have this music come out in episode 5, and have this music come in episode 8. So basically one each episode for random episodes. How do I put this? What else? I had it there. He doesn't like having so many episodes. He doesn't like any music that just keep coming in every single... Oh my god, I can't even speak. I can't really... I just said it, and now all my fucking words is all over the fucking place. He does not like the song being played every single episodes, because he prefer having one music for each episode instead of just put all the music in each episodes, which that's the whole point. That it Hazbin Hotel is literally a musical show, and he knows that, but he doesn't like the idea of having a lot of music in the show. If you don't like it, then stop fucking watching it. You were so interested in the series, and now you're hating it. So then don't fucking watch it. He haven't seen season 2, and he's pretty much not be interested of it. And it's kind of pathetic, and the stupidest reason why they understand it. Is that we understand it's a musical show, but we just don't like so many music in all 8 episodes, which is fucking stupid.
They're all good. None of them are bad. If you think one's bad, I guess you're entitled to your opinion, but they are all good songs. Some are better than others, but every single song is at least good in its own way. And part of the reason for that is because all of these songs are written by half of the living tombstone, Sam Taff. You know, the guy who helped write notorious bangers like this, and this, and this. And the other part of the show songs being so good is that the cast for the show is stacked. We got Christian Borle, we got Keith David, we got Erica Henningsen, we got fucking Jeremy Jordan. And that's just to name a few.
And that's the thing, I think people just did not like having the actual actors who could sing, because people prefer the actors that Vivzy already have when the pilot episode was out. And that's the main issue.
Every single person in this cast is an incredibly talented, most of which Broadway actors. And if they aren't, they're still incredibly talented and have been doing musicals and TV for years, and the voice acting in this show is impeccable. It stands to my point that even people who claim to hate this show beyond all belief will still watch it simply to listen to these songs that they
Not everyone. Like I mentioned before, my uncle is one of them. He never likes the musics. Like, there's only one music he likes was in season 1. Loser Baby. And then Loser. I can't remember. I know it's Loser, but that's the only music he liked. From the whole entire series, that's the only music he liked. The rest of it he doesn't like. So, he doesn't like the rest of the songs. Only one. Okay.
Release. Even those who will say, oh, this show is terrible, horrible, no good, very bad show, still listen to the songs, because the songs themselves are in fact good songs. Just listen.
I mean, if you think about it, the song in the Hazbin Hotel are literally telling the story for the show, and that's the whole point of it. But people don't get that because, the story would have been better without the music or whatever. And that's basically what my uncle thinks. He thinks the show would have been better without the characters singing. So, yeah.
So, yeah, the songs are amazing. There's, no debate. It's fundamentally, from a musical's perspective, are very good songs. It is the one thing that anybody who has interacted with this show can agree on, is the songs, musically speaking, are very good. I would recommend watching the show, Hazbin, just for the songs alone. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Alright, it's time. The big reason why a lot of people like to say that the current official show of Hazbin Hotel is not good. The big secret, the big mystery. Why do people think this in the first place? How did this all get started? Well, I raise you the 2019 animated pilot for Hazbin Hotel. A lot of people compare the current show to the pilot, claiming that the pilot was substantially better than the official show. But the thing about this is,
here's a sad thing, right? The fact that people say they prefer the pilot over the current one is because they liked the direction it was going until Amazon and other studios pick it up, and when season 1 came out, people did not like it because of new budget, new voice cast, new design, what else? And don't like the animation. It's like they rather prefer old animation over a good animation. How do I put this? I'm trying to make a lot more sense. They rather go with quantity over quality. That's basically what they want. They prefer quantity over quality. Basically the opposite. Like quantity over quantity, but it's now in reverse. They rather have the old one instead of the new one. And here's where things did piss off some of the people who prefer the pilot version is that the pilot version is no longer canon. And that pissed a lot of people off. And me, I was like, okay, how is it not canon? Because how are you going to introduce the characters? But they didn't. So the pilot is still canon, but it's just being... But the characters, the voice actors are like... The character design has been changed. The voice actors are now completely different. The animation is brand new. I mean, it looks the same, but more budget increase. So, yeah, I don't see the big fucking deal why people say the pilot is better than the original, and the fact that Vizzy said the pilot is not canon, which that's a load of shit, because it's still canon to me, because it's still called Hazbin Hotel Episode 0, which is a starting point open the world. But no, they kind of retcon that for the season 1.
As a person who was there, like, watched that pilot come out live as it came out, it wasn't. Like, fundamentally speaking, it wasn't. It wasn't a bad pilot. It was very well done, but it was not better than the current show. I would even go as far to say it was as good as the current show. It was good, but not as good as. The reasoning behind, like, most people's perception of why the pilot was better is because there was a 5-year gap between the official show releasing and the pilot coming out. That was 5 years of the fandom just create...
Yeah. I said this before, I said again. Back then, we didn't have any content of anything for Hazbin Hotel. We had people making their own fanfic, making their own lore of what Hazbin Hotel should be, what it should be like. Hell, even Vivzy was able to make a comic to keep things going, but it's not canon when season 1 was out, and that pissed a lot of people off. And because Vivzy did create those characters like Angel Dust's family, Rosie, Vox, Valentino, Carmilla, and Rue, the root of all evil. So, and it's just wow. And it really pissed off a lot of people. And back then, people hated the Hazbin Hotel back then because they prefer the Hell of a Boss. Because Hell of a Boss was more better than the Hazbin Hotel 6 years ago. But ever since season 1 of Hazbin Hotel came out, Hazbin Hotel became better than Hell of a Boss, and Hell of a Boss is getting worse and worse. After season 2, people just dropped it. Even though we only have 2 more seasons left for the Hell of a Boss series come to an end. So, it was straight confirmed by Vivzy that we're getting 5 seasons for Hazbin Hotel if they do able to do season 5. And they confirmed that Hell of a Boss will only have 4 seasons. So basically we're halfway ending the series. So, yeah.
Creating stuff, trying to piece together what they thought might happen within the story, and because of that, a lot of people had like these preconceived notions of like what the plot should be, what should be happening, how these character acts, when that was not what they ever were going to be. It was simply what people wanted them to be at the time during that dry spell of having no content. And if you really look at it, the pilot itself does set up exactly what is happening in the current show as we know it. People just don't want to admit that because they want their fantasy of the pilot being this perfect thing they watched when they were younger, when it just simply isn't. In fact, there's many gripes I have about the pilot itself. I have gripes about the main show too, but some gripes about the pilot I could just list. The sound effects were too loud in contrast to the rest of the audio of the show, in my opinion.
Hell, if you think about it, I saw in season 2 the final episode when Valentino had a gun in Hawks' head. I thought Hawks was going to die, and that never happened. And when Emily approached the weapon was slowly about to explode, I thought Emily was going to do the sacrifice to save the sinners and everyone in the Pride Ring. That's what I thought, because Vizzy did confirm about almost 2 years ago that she is willing to kill off any of her characters, including the main cast, even Charlie, if she wanted to, if it goes well for the story. And which that's one thing I kind of respect Vibsy, because she's not afraid to kill off her characters, even though she doesn't want to. But if it goes well for the story, she will have to kill some of her major characters. And that's one thing I got a little bit worried. I thought she was going to kill off Husk or Emily, but that never happened. Emily just lost one of her wings, and that was it.
Animation was smooth, but it wasn't consistent. It would go, like, the art style would change constantly throughout the pilot, which is not something you want for an official show. The voice actors, they had a different voice actor for everybody who sang and the speaking voice, the singing and speaking voices. They were different voice actors for everybody who sang, and that's just not something that you should have to be doing for a full show. While the pilot was fun, it was whimsical, it was cute, it was not something that could be the official show, because the official show is now backed by an official studio, Amazon. I'll put a picture of the one, I forgot how to say it. And so people have the preconceived notion that, oh, the pilot's so good, but it's simply nostalgia blindness that is leading individuals to believe that the pilot is better than the original show, when in actuality it could be considered a little worse, just content-wise. It's not bad. I'm not saying it's bad. I love it. I love going back and listening to the songs and rewatching it, but it's the main show, in comparison to the pilot, is an upgrade, and people want to act like it is a downgrade, when that is simply not what it is. It is simply the show got more of a budget and a big team and an official studio backing it, so now they have the resources to do things that you want to be able to do in a YouTube animated pilot. And that also leads into the point of the swearing in the show. People often say that Hazbin Hotel has too much swearing, to the point...
Yeah, that's a bit of annoying. Like, oh, Hazbin Hotel and Hell of a Boss has so many swearings. Okay. And they're in hell. These are the characters that live in hell. Of course they're gonna swear a lot. Like, what the fuck do you mean? That's just the dumbest reason that, oh, it has too many swears. Okay, and who the fuck cares?
To the point where Hazbin Hotel themselves have multiple videos making fun of themselves for this. But the thing is, people ask, like, the pilot didn't have that much swearing. Alistair didn't curse in the pilot. Pilot Alistair would never do this. Pilot person would never do this. But that's not true, because the pilot had a ton of cursing in it as well. And also, cursing does not make your show less good. Yes, it is a cop-out at times, but it's a comedy in a sense. The show is partially a comedy in a way. So yes, they're gonna have swearing for comedic effect. Yes, they're gonna sometimes say a swear word or a combo of swear words that just doesn't make sense. Like when Vaggie goes up to Alistair and calls him what was it, like a shit fuck? I'm gonna look that up and put the clip in here, hold on.
Because it won't be so entertaining.
You watch over an empty hotel, will it, shit ass? Fair enough.
Yeah, there it is, that dumb line. I watched that and was like, who calls somebody that? I love that line so much, it's so dumb. But yeah, that's my point. There is there is a lot of swearing in the show. The swearing does not, in fact, discredit the show itself. It's in hell. They're gonna swear a lot because they are literally in the pits of hell. That's why they're swearing so much. They're actually demons. And I saved the most controversial for last, the part that I'm not going to talk about too much because as a person who has never experienced sexual assault myself, luckily, thank God, it is not my place to talk about it in a professional sounding way, but I can say that I have had several people around me who have experienced sexual assault in some manner. The angel dust plot is handled in not the best way, and I can admit that, and I will admit that it is not handled in the bestest way it could be. I don't think it's handled the worst it could be either. I think it is handled, it is handled, and that is like what I can say about it. I felt like if I didn't mention it at least, it would be disingenuous to what
I don't understand why people have a problem with angel dust. I don't see any issue with it. I mean, again, they live in hell. There's no rules, there's no law, there's none of that for the sinners. The sinners could do whatever the fuck they want. They have their own free will. And that's the whole fucking point. You're in hell, you can do whatever you want, no rules, no law, you have your own free will, you can do what the fuck you want. That's the whole fucking point. I mean, for fuck's sake, Vivzy on her channel, Vivzy Paul, always give us a disclaimer and warning about certain things that will make you feel uncomfortable. If you feel uncomfortable, then don't fucking watch it. Like sexual assault, abuse, toxic relationship, suicide, harm, everything you can think of. That's the whole point. What do you think? If you look at your freaking Amazon Prime, you can see that have 18 plus and 16 plus. It's not for kids. And it's something that y'all need to take this shit seriously. Well, no, let me roll that back. That y'all should not be taking this seriously. Y'all should know this. That there's going to be a lot of swearing, a lot of sexual jokes, dark humor jokes, sexual harass, abuse, violence. And that's the whole point of the Hazbin Hotel. Not just Hazbin Hotel, but the Hellverse as well.
What I'm talking about. But the song Poison, the music video, there are legitimate gripes to have about it because of how it is, and the person who storyboarded it, who was in fact, I believe, fired off of the Hazbin Hotel team because of what came out about them afterwards. Again, it's not something that I feel qualified enough to go into, but I do feel like I need to mention it because it, again, would be disingenuous if I didn't. While the show handles a lot of different aspects of different kinds of abuse pretty well, I think this is the one where they fall short on the most. I feel as if they could have handled it a lot better than it did, and it is still a developing storyline, and I'm hoping within Season 3 and Season 4, and hopefully Season 5, they develop it in a way that is more nuanced than what they have done so far. I really do hope that it develops better, and that what we saw was maybe just like the tip of the iceberg from a certain perspective, and that there's going to be a deeper dive, and it's going to get better, hopefully. Alright, that's my piece. I hope you gave the show a chance. I really, really like it, and I hope you want to like it too, because I convinced my roommate to watch it, and they thought they weren't going to like it, and now they're listening to the playlist on repeat, so I just hope this video gets maybe at least one person to go ahead and try and watch it. It's genuinely, I believe, it's not perfect, it's not peak cinema, but it is good. It is a good show to put on, and I think the people who like it really like it, and I'm one of those people. And yeah, the show's giving me that OC brain rot again, which is so fun to have. I might post an animatic later, who knows. I'm deranged currently. I got that brain rot. But yeah, that's Hazbin Hotel, and that's the controversy surrounding it. It's not perfect. I never claimed it to be perfect, and I'm open to comments about it. If you watch it and you have different perspectives, comment. Gimme. I would love to hear them. But that's all for today. I can't think of anything else to say, so okay, bye!
So yeah, that's basically it. Again, like, the whole reasoning people hate Hazbin Hotel is completely stupid, honestly. Like, oh, it has too many music. Oh my god, they're swearing so much. Like, that's the whole fucking point. And you're just hating it because you have no fucking life. And your statement or reasoning is pointless, and you don't have any good reason why you hated it. Just a stupid ass statement. If you don't like the show, then shut the fuck up, don't talk about it, and move on. Plain as simple. And not the fact you have all these fucking Christian people get butthurt about it, telling people, do not watch this show, otherwise you go to hell. Shut the fuck up with that bullshit. If I'm gonna say Lucifer because of the character in the show, I'm just gonna say the name. If y'all have a problem with it, y'all can fuck off and mind your own fucking business. Like, I don't give a shit. I mean, I'm already am going to hell any fucking way, and I don't give a damn. And it's so fucking pathetic that people are bringing reality in fiction, bringing the biblical bullshit in fiction that doesn't fucking exist. And it's fucking annoying. And if you don't like the show, then don't watch it. If people love it, they love it. Don't tell people what they can and can't watch. Let them be them and let them enjoy their life. It's not that fucking hard. I don't understand these people anymore. But yeah, I mean, Hazbin Hotel is not perfect. Is good. I absolutely love it. But it's not perfect. It's not a masterpiece. It is well written. But it has a bit of an issue and a little bit of flaws. But that's basically it. So again, the whole reason why people hated it is just fucking stupid, honestly. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. If you guys want to see the original video, links are down below the description box. If you want to see the original video, links to my other channels, my social medias will be down below the description box. You know the drill. Links to my Cash App, PayPal, Ko-fi will be down below the description box and in my bio. If you guys want to donate, support the channel. Again, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. New before, Critias, and I'll see you guys later.